it's really fulfilling. It can be quite scary because it's such a big, saving the world, which is what we're setting out to do, is such a big mission. And part of that is bringing people along with us and talking to people like yourself today and spreading the word about B Corp and the fact that we believe that people and planet should be placed in equal footing with profit for all businesses, and then the world will be a better place. But it's also trying new things, innovating, and really just spreading that message. And I think leading by example as well. So even in the short time, so it's been sort of 6 or 8 months since we embarked on the B Corp journey as a business, but even in that time, the habits of our workforce and those we work with have changed. So people, for example, I've bought an electric vehicle in that time. I've got colleagues who eat a lot of meat-free meals now in that time because they've been educated on how that helps the planet. We advocate a sort of swap shop at work. So rather than buy new, we have sort of a channel on Teams where people can donate, or for a small price, sell on, a bit like our own eBay or Vinted. Yeah. And there's lots of ways that we can prioritize reuse and stop, mining for ever more raw materials, finite materials from the earth to get what we need, because we've probably got enough stuff between us all. So it's those guiding principles, and it's great to see how small steps can make the big changes.
Yeah, 100%, because saying one thing and doing it are two different things. What would you say is like one really small, easy way that us as individuals or even business owners, small or large, can do to be more like environmentally aware?
Yeah, so I think this is really personal, because when I talk about, I've given some examples there in the previous question, but it's what you can do, what works for you. What I don't think we should do is preach. And just because an electric vehicle works for me, I'm certainly not going to assume that works for you. Walking and getting the train might work better for you. It depends on where you live, whether you've got access to charging at home. Car sharing might be a better option for you. So I think the answer to that question is, as individuals, seek out the knowledge, seek out as much information as you can about how you can make a difference, what fits in your lifestyle. And it's about you doing what you can and making that personal but very individual contribution. It might be that you have meat-free days. It might be that you use Vinted rather than going to a high street store or a retailer of brand new fashion items. I've got a teenage daughter who loves fashion, and I encourage her to use Vinted and Depop and eBay and other, and even secondhand sort of clothes shops, charitable shops, to satisfy her need for fashion. And that works for her. So it's finding the things that work for you, and there's a wealth of information that you can get online. Following people on LinkedIn and other social media platforms will help you to get that information, but challenge it as well. So I would follow that with try and seek out the information, but there's a lot of fake news out there. There's a lot of what we call in our industry greenwashing. So that's sort of where you make something sound more environmentally friendly than it is. So keep digging and find the facts.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I know you're on a personal mission that you want to inspire as many people to kind of step out of their comfort zone and live the life of their dreams. What's kind of one tip that you would give to anyone that can, like, along those kind of lines, like how do you step out of your comfort zone? Because it's comfortable.
It's and if I link back to the practices in the book here, it's a 3-step process, and they have to work with each other. So prepare, do, review. If I give a quick example of each. Preparation, again, it's what works for you, but I use visualization techniques a lot, and I write in a journal, and I like setting out goals. So your preparation is all about the mindset work, really, getting into the right, well, why am I doing this? If I want to step out of my comfort zone tomorrow by, I don't know, cold water swimming or asking someone out on a date or going for a promotion, why. And once you get really clear on your why, and then start visualizing what life would be like if you just give yourself the chance to do that, that will help you overcome some of the fear. It's still going to be scary, but it will help you sort of get into a place where you think, okay, I'll have a go. And then the do bit is arguably the easiest bit once you've got into the right mindset, because that is just, it's setting yourself at 12 noon tomorrow, I'm going for that cold water swim and getting the wetsuit out ready. So there's nothing that can stop you. Planning your route, making sure that there's an alternative route to get there if, your original route. So doing it is just literally that, setting yourself up for success so that you've got the infrastructure in place. So you just go and do it. And then review is really important, because that allows you to take data from all the experiences that you've had. So once you have stepped out your comfort zone, it may work perfectly, it may be not how you anticipated it would be at all. And both of those scenarios are fine, because we live in a world of data, and data really empowers you. So if you can get in tune with your own data and your own internal feedback systems, that will put you on the right track then to have another go, do it better next time. And the other thing is to seek out inspiration. So for me, when I've been progressing through my career, for example, I've looked to other people who were doing, so when I aspired to become a director sort of 5 years ago now, I was speaking to other female directors in the industry, and I was seeking them out and taking inspiration from what they were doing, because that validates you can do it too. Yeah
definitely. Actually, that was going to be my next question, was like, throughout your journey, has there been someone either professionally or personally that's inspired you to be out your comfort zone, to be yourself, really?
I've been so lucky throughout my career. I've had a lot of people champion me who've just been in the right place at the right time. And ironically, at the time, I might not have thought it. So linking back to your spelling mistake, I had a female boss many years ago, I won't name her, who used to pull me up all the time for spelling and grammar. So I could have done the best piece of work or won a brand new customer, but she would notice if I'd misspelt something in the contract or the email. And at the time, it used to upset me. I used to think, why is she always picking at those? But actually looking back, she taught me some very valuable lessons, because there is a place for professionalism and checking your grammar. And she taught me to proofread stuff, which has served me very well, as I've gone through my career and been involved in much more complex documents and things like that. So, but I've been very lucky. I've had some really good male and female champions throughout my career who've helped me. I think, I read a lot, and I'm a big fan of Gabby Bernstein's books, particularly on getting your mindset right. I like listening to Oprah's podcast. I'm inspired by people from history, like Madame C.J. Walker, who was claimed to be the first female self-made millionaire, setting up a company that processed hair products, that manufactured hair products. So I think there's loads of inspiration out there. You've got to look for it. And I've mentioned my daughter, she inspires me every day. She was the inspiration for my book, and my mum and my sister as well. I do come from a background where I've been exposed to some great people, and I've been open to learning from them. That's the key. Even when someone's got a different viewpoint or perspective, I think you've got to be open to learning from it and adapting.
Yeah, absolutely. And keeping on that kind of theme, like, what is, I guess, one piece of advice that you'd give to another person who is either keen to start their own entrepreneurial journey, or like you, kind of take the helm of their employers one day? What is one piece of advice you would give to them?
The advice I would give to them is, if you don't do this, someone else will, and you'll have to watch them do it. So is it more uncomfortable to you to get out your comfort zone and have a go, or is it more uncomfortable to you to sit on the sidelines and watch someone else take something that you are perfectly capable of doing a good job at? That would be my advice.
I really like that one, actually. Yeah. Well, Sarah, it's been so lovely to chat to you and hear your story. Where can people find you to follow you on social media or places like that?
Yeah, I'm actually not as good at this as I perhaps should be, because I'm not very active on things like Twitter and Instagram, which I know are very cool. I do use LinkedIn every day, so you can find me on LinkedIn, and our website for the business I run is complydirect.com. You can seek out the book Yabba Dabba Do It, which is available to buy on Amazon, and I do have my own website to support the book, which is attitudeacademy.co.uk, and there's a couple of blogs and pieces that expand on some of the theories that we've mentioned today on there, and I do always welcome connections and feedback, so yeah, if you want to find out more, please do get in touch.
Amazing, thank you so much.
Thanks, Liz.
Thanks again, Sarah, for joining us. That is all we have for this week, but be sure to hit subscribe so you're notified of every new episode, and of course, be sure to follow on social at Female CEO Club. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Plus, each month I'll be running a giveaway. All you need to do to enter is take a screenshot of you listening to the show and tag us in that photo on social. And we'll announce one lucky winner to receive a gorgeous notepad and pen, which is perfect for noting down some of the incredible insight our guests share. Until next time, thanks for listening.